All right, I think we got a transmission going on here. So this is the Quantum Cafe and Interstellar Lounge with your host here, the Cosmic Messenger. It's a pleasure to return and be back, chatting with you guys once again about all the wild, multi-dimensional, quantum, DNA shifting topics that we can get our hands on. All the juicy stuff about ascension and awakenings. So, I'm trying out my newest addition to the family it's a bridge camera that I picked up. So those are the models between the digital handheld compacts and the super digital SLR and mirror lenses. So this is my newest toy, and I'm going to be using it for my videos from this point forward. So I'm just trying it out today for the very first time. How exciting is that, right? And you haven't seen me in a while. I've been out enjoying summertime and recalibrating myself as well too, as I'm trying out one of my partner's Tamiana 7-week chakra scrub. So I'm being tested out for that, and I've also been really busy. I remixed my album, the Photon Band and Multidimensional Living by the Cosmic Messenger. You can see that on Bandcamp. And I made a remix album of it with more medicines and more add-ons, redid some tracks, have some fun for the summertime, but it's metaphysical-based electronica, and that is also on my Bandcamp page at the Cosmic Messenger, and it is called Remixed and Recalibrated. I got a third album that's coming right away. It actually goes in companion with the first album, a more advanced look at all of the healing medicines that we can provide. Plus, who isn't navigating this absolute mayhem and madness that is going on Insanity Planet Earth right now? So beautiful, but this dose of COVIDiocy, as we're calling it, is really intense. But anyhow, I'm here, got the new toy. Oh, and I've been making graphics for other people too. So if you don't know, I do cosmic collages, digital art, and it's all metaphysically based as everything I do, and I've had different commission works that I've worked on in the last while, as well as I'm filling up my art page as well too on Society 6, and you can find them on a variety of products as well too. So I wanted to come on today and have a nice chat, beautiful chat about universal life force energy. That was my main reason for coming down here. Universal life force energy. So what is it? So some of you may know that I practice, teach, and I'm a Reiki master teacher, and fused with multi-dimensional living mixed into it, because that's what its ultimate foundation is. And in universal life force energy and in Reiki, the two are fused together. The universal life force energy, and in some other places is called Qi, right? Like in Chinese medicine, Ka, which is used in ancient Egyptian cultures, right? Prana in the Kundalini communities, the yogic sense. The prana's the breath and the life force in, and then apana is it coming out, right? And you have scalar waves, which can be used negatively, can be used positively, but they're ultimately everywhere, and they're in every living thing. The universe provides an unlimited dose of these things. And the other one's orgone as well, and morphogenetic fields. So these are some of the terms that you hear. It's a lot to condense into a small video. You could write many books on the subject. Universal life force energy is primarily the energy of the universe, the healing, the love frequency energies that are around us, and we're in abundance of it all the time. It is endless, and this energy is used to work with us on everything from a physical level to the etheric, astral, and beyond, into the galactic chord that I always talk about. And universal life force energies primarily come through us in the breath that we breathe, in the frequencies that we emit through our heart center, right? And through our third eye. And the main way that humans communicate with it is through our hands. Every single object, every single thing that is alive, that is in the universe, that you can see with your eyes, that you cannot see with your eyes, it all has universal life force energy. Now, the key thing to remember is if everything's encoded with energy, it's an electrical universe, then they all can communicate with each other and have different bandwidths that they use. It's a matter of tuning into that bandwidth and then using that healing for the different modalities, purposes, and just keeping your body tuned up, right? It's a way to get naturally high. After I got my first Reiki attunement and continued on, my first Reiki degree and got my first set of attunements, when I did the second and third degrees, and the third one being the A and B component of the master teacher, I spent well over 2.5 years, every single day, filling up my body with as much life force as I possibly could get. And I was getting a natural high off of it. All of the quantum effects, right? Different levels for different people and what they desire, but your hands emit them all the time. So when you injure yourself and you put your hand over it, my belly hurts, and you start to feel that warming sensation, or a cooling sensation, or some tingles because the nervous system's being worked on, or some information's coming out, that's the field that you're using to connect with your hands, right? You touch an object, right? Psychometry. And you put something in there and you can feel its timelines from all the different nows that it's experienced. And you feel information come to you. Wow, this gives me a really uncomfortable feeling. I'd like to stay away from this. Well, that's information for you and your karmic learning and your karmic timelines. Or resetting all your karma and just being in the now because you've done lots of work and ascended, right? You're still picking up all of that different vibration. A cell in this part of the body over here and a cell in this part of the body over here can talk to each other. It's really fascinating stuff. And so when you bring in that universal life force energy, humans being conduits of this vital, mystical source that's very tangible and real, universal life force energy, why I love it so much, is it contains all of the other ones I mentioned. And Reiki's fantastic because it works with them all and utilizes them in different ways, right? But you have to engage with it consciously to realize the outcome and the output that is pouring out through our bodies, and with spiritual alignment and with metaphysical modalities and keeping our consciousness high in this photon band that we're going through right now, right? And the biomorphic of our solar system and this region of the galaxy. We're going through incredible changes. And universal life force energy increases its potency too as those things evolve. We got energies coming from the planets, master energies coming from the sun and the galactic central sun, right? So when we lock our feet into the ground and you see a healer doing a treatment on a table and they got their hands on, maybe one's on the thymus and you have another one over there on the solar plexus, right? And you're doing your work. What's happening is you're field coupling. You're field coupling with your region right now, the earth, the ground below you, the earth chakra. And that's working with your morphogenetic field, your electromagnetics of your body. And then coming in from earth and its sphere and all of its energies is producing a constant amount so that you can use it whenever you want. 24 hours a day, infinite quantum time. And billions of other beings, infinite beings around the universe can use it too. You can do it when you do it through tuning forks, or you do it through other methods that happen in modalities. Reiki, you're doing yoga, you're going for a meditation as well too. That's when you have more and more influxes happening on a regular basis, right? Because those instruments are tuned into the same field. They're just accessing different frequencies within them. Even when we get a treatment or a cure from homeopathic medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, or live essences, right, and elixirs, they all come into the now and they work on the same principle. They're just operating, it's using them all together. We'll be able to solve any issues that we have in our amazing healing human body. Now, here's the cool part about universal life force energy. You got your hands on yourself, you're using it, you tap in to whatever spirit's talking with you and co-creating. You are spirit, spirit is out there, you got your guides with you at all times, and they come forward, and you can ask for information to be provided through them, through yourself. You might be holding your hands on there, and if you really tune into the body, you'll be like, whoa, I just had some images of an ascended master. And you start doing some research, and you're like, wow, because of the energies that I'm reading about and feeling, oh, that was Kutumi or Saint Germain. Or you might be holding your hands here and you're like, I'm feeling a really intense energy pull down into my perineum. Then there may be a root chakra distortion, right? You're getting all sorts of tinglings, and then right after that you're feeling way more energies and things going on, and that holds into the field even more essence and build that is going on. And through all of that happening, you're able to encapsulate more of this divine information and wisdom that comes through you. And it could be anything from an animal spirit medicine to numerology to all sorts of other info bits that can come pertaining to healing, life, growth, enhancement, joy to anger, to deep-seated issues, to karmic patterns that have been formed on other planets and lifetimes, or possibly another incarnation that you've had. I mean, the information that can come through is so amazingly complex, but that all comes through the universal life force energy, right? And that's the neat part about it. And whether you're speaking of all of those other modalities or all of those other situations and terms that we use for them, it all generates from the same range of space, right? We can use these to get the frequencies of objects and then know that, like, oh, this one came out at number 86 in the scalar waves, or 400, and we can tell if it's joy or fear. That's a good way to help clean up the energy. You can use universal life force energy to do a room cleanse as well too, from going into the corners of the rooms, sending Reiki symbols up and out in all directions, right? Any other methods that you have. And it's long distance healing. You can send it to anywhere on the globe, from clearing chemtrails in the sky to helping create abundance in your life, to healing wounds, speeding up how quick your body heals when it comes to cuts and stuff like that too. Like, there's no end to its magic and to its wonders. It's amazing stuff. And you're using it and generating it all day, all day, every day, always. It's the vital life force that keeps your body and everything animating, and even allows your soul to incarnate, to have a higher self, an essence self, astral body, and etheric doubles, and your auric field and all that wonderful magic that goes on. It's amazing. You eat food, you gain energy. Well, you can use your hands to then charge that food to clear toxins, at least energetically, right? In some cases, there's lots of people who report that there's physical things being altered, from crystals changing color to water being cleared. It's amazing. Distance sessions, a lot of the times that I do with Reiki, half an hour, 45 minutes can be sent out, and we've had the most fantastical happenings. You can have lights flash, you can have ear tones. And also, universal life force energy entrains you to get in touch with your natural senses, your extrasensory perceptions and abilities. You can send it down into the ground. We can use it for helping souls transition over into the next lifetime, exiting the body. You have a family member who's ill, and a whole bunch of people send it together. It's amazing the healing energy that can take place. I feel in touch with universal life force energy on a constant, regular basis. And everywhere I go and everything I interact with has that in its field. It makes up your very aura, it animates your chakras, and it keeps all your organs vital. And all of these different things use the tuning and the upshifting of universal life force energy to keep your body vital, right? When we're not tapped into it, mixed in with a host of other things, it can create a lot of distortions. But ultimately, it is loving, beautiful, magical, and mystical. Try it for yourself. Even sit down for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and really get the energy going by putting your hands on your solar plexus or your heart, wherever you feel that would like to be fit. You can do this on animals, your pets, long distance. Crystals is so much fun when you engage with that one. So it's been fun trying out my new video and kind of touching base on universal life force energy and kind of how it functions and how it moves. You are breathing in that essence as the universe is breathing it out, and everything's doing a vital dance. But our hands are so amazing when it comes to sending energy out into the body, sending energy out through our bodies, and when connecting to another human body, that is something so special from Prime Creator. It just blows my mind every single time. So thanks for touching base, trying out the new video cam, and seeing how things flow. And we'll be back with more awesome magic very soon. I appreciate all the creatures of Earth, and thank you once again for visiting the Quantum Cafe and Interstellar Lounge.